It's the biggest Saturday in UMass Boston hockey history. Already one title under the Beacons' belt. The men's team looking for the double. And what an exciting game we have in front of us. Strength versus strength. The number 4 scoring offense in the country. A power play that has been phenomenal all season long against the number 1 goalie in the conference, potentially in the country, and the number 2 scoring defense. My name is Seth Orensky, joined by Matt Meisenbacher. And Matt, already it's a completely different game than any game we've ever seen before here at the Beacons Ice Arena. This controlled along the sideboards, back out top for Capione. Capione for Beauregard in the circle. Beauregard, shot, score, bogged down. What a goal from the freshman. Lone player chasing here is Piacentini. Piacentini strips the puck from Carter. Chance in front, glove save. What a save from Jordan Bustard. It's controlled by Larkin. Larkin behind the net, tries to feed Lemire. Broken back up. Larkin feeding Daly and a goal! The Beacons an early 1-0 lead as the top line strikes first.
Shot there for Faust, luckily missed the net entirely.
Fourth line right back out there. Perfect pass from Gannon. Lindsay has finger the chance. Backhand shot gets denied by the stick. What a save by Kyle Shapiro. Galucci far side, slowed down by Brown perfectly for Harris. Has Peacock near side. Peacock one-on-one with the goalie. Shot roofed high up into the netting. Kuzin in front for Larkin, who couldn't handle it. That might have been the Fenway ice, as Larkin has been so deadly this year. Up top, Carter to Bishop. Bishop shot, scored! And that is the program record tying 81st point of Tyler Bishop's career. Ties Bill Innocent.
You've got him on the ropes right now. The last thing you want to do is give him any type of daylight to try and get back in this hockey game. And with 3:26 left.
McGregor wins it off the face-off, bounced up off the face mask of Pompa, but doesn't go in this time. And the hard shot from the far side goes wide. Sorry, Matt, but every single face-off, it seems like one of these teams is getting a chance.
No, right off the draw. Go ahead, Seth.
It's Wood down low, controlled by Sifferlin, who I think has been one of the unsung heroes in this one. The highly recruited freshman, originally had committed to UMass Lowell, and he's looked very good after a couple of quiet games. Wood will chip it in behind where Sifferlin will go to track it down. Has at least one assist in this one. Sifferlin out top. It's Bishop, the hard shot. Deflects right back at him off the rebound. Sifferlin sending it down low, and that would have been perfect, but it floated on Sifferlin as Bishop found Wood, who tried to chip it across, and Pompa was looking the other way.
Beacons had pressure there, but they needed a change, and you said it. Sifferlin with 2 opportunities, and you're right. He's looked great tonight. He's really had a spark, physical edge to his game, and there you saw it, almost buried.
Bishop ahead for Dakota Keene, who has 1, if not 2 goals in this contest. Scored the 4th one for sure. Behind the net, as Gannon couldn't quite win that foot race. Gets some help on the far side. Keene keeps it, and he'll just send it down low as the Beacons look to keep Babson in their own end for a few more seconds. It's sent out to the red line. Slowed down there by Mason, and other Massachusetts natives who's having a very good game here at Fenway. Mason, a senior, did not play with UMass Boston the first time they were here because he was a club team member at UMass Amherst. Has had a great 3-year career with the Beacons. Chance in the slot knocked down. Babson continuing to hold, now to the near circle. Left out for McDougal, and the hard shot from the point didn't get anywhere. Picked up a ton of water. Second effort from DiPieto gets more on this one, deflected wide, and picked up by Gannon, who tried to leave it for defenseman. Instead, it's Gouvea's second effort, and McBurney holding on for dear life.
You mentioned it. There seems to be some extra water there in the UMass zone. If you were able to see it by the WEEI sign to the left of that, there seems to be a puddle. But here late in the game, there's been a lot of hockey that's been played, Seth, on this ice, and it takes its toll. I mean, it's funny. It's almost like ice needs its time to heal. No matter how much you Zamboni it, the more you play on it, those divots don't repair themselves. It takes some time to heal, and I think you're seeing a little bit of that late in this game.
That is certainly the most poetic thing that has ever been said on the Beacons broadcast network. Puck behind the net, controlled by Babson. Sent out, but Kuzin is right there, and the Beacons looking for a 3-on-2 rush. Leaves it for Larkin, right back for Kuzin. Rattler the trailer, Kuzin the shot. Glove save from Pompa, second effort. Pompa doesn't know where it is. Kuzin to the circle. Superdini waiting, and Pompa might have gotten a piece of it. They blow the whistle either way. Might have been some crease violations, or the referees just didn't know where the puck was.
And I give Pompa credit. I mean, the kid is battling. He's still kicking in there. A couple great saves. He's had a couple bounces here. Don't forget, we went into this period a 0-0 hockey game. A few unfortunate bounces, and that's the life of a goaltender. Short memory. You'll hear it a lot from anyone who's played the position. Short memory. You try not to take into consideration what the scoreboard says. You're just worried about making that next save, and you saw there Pompa with a couple good stops to try and keep this a 3-goal deficit.
4-1 UMass Boston, a minute and 12 to go in the period. Redler wins the faceoff after Larkin was ejected out of there. Bishop sending it down low, looking for Kuzin, will flip it back out, and Bishop gets it. The All-American defenseman shot right into the body there of Larkin. Couldn't quite hold on. Kuzin whips it around. Larkin had a piece of it for a moment, and Babson will clear the zone with Young. Young, one of 2 players to take a penalty in this one. Just 4 total penalty minutes for 2 teams that don't take that many. Kuzin into the zone, has his 2 teammates on the far side, just out of his reach. Donahue cleared, and now a hard shot from the red line by Bishop. One of the linesmen got upended by a Beacon who was coming off the ice. Bringing it into the zone here is Donahue. Donahue looking for some help, tried to leave it behind the net. Instead, it comes all the way back out and out of the zone as Casey couldn't handle it. Casey right onto the stick of DiPieto with 22 seconds to go in the period. The Beacons would be quite content to head into the intermission with the 4-1 lead. All 5 goals coming in this period. That one knocked down at the blue line, and we've got a Babson off sides there as Phillips tried to keep it in but couldn't quite handle it. 13.3 ticks left.
An important draw here is Babson just looking for anything they can get late in this period. And they're going to have a tough task. In all likelihood, going to be down 3 here as they lose that draw. They're going to be down 3 here going into the third. And like you said, a UMass team that they struck while the iron was hot. As this period winds down, we'll talk a little bit more about that.
One last chance for Phillips. McBurney makes the save. He'll hold on, and we'll get a face-off with .7. That's enough to get a shot off in basketball. Can Babson draw up a play right here?
No, this period's over. Unless you can win it right off the draw, which I think you're going to see Daly probably just take a knee here and try to deflect it away.
It'll be Phillips, I believe, in there. He tried to get a backhand shot off, but went right off a Beacon. UMass Boston 4, Babson 1 through a pair of periods. It was 0-0 after 1, Matt. What was the difference in that second stanza that gave the Beacons this 4-1 lead? Shots 37-27 through regulation. The Beacons out shooting UNE 11-7 in that third period. Helbrecht has now made 11 or more saves in all 6 periods she's played this weekend. Faceoffs 31-25 in favor of the Beacons. UMass Boston going from right to left. Controlled by Kinnons. Working along the goal line. Centering feed goes right off Galucci. Galucci fighting for it. Armstrong in there as well. UMass Boston holds on there as Mayet makes the save.
Great save from Mayet there in front. Those saves are always a little bit tricky. When you got traffic in front, you've got to get low and try to track that puck through. And you saw there Mayet with a nice save. Was able to track that and make that stop.
4-point weekend on the line for UNE. For UMass Boston looking to earn a vital 2 points here. Trying to spark their second half that's been very up and down. UMass Boston thus far this year, just 1 win over a team above 500. UNE is just a little bit below. It's Peacock ahead for Brown with Harris to her right. Brown the shot. The rebound kicks out to the near side. Brown fighting for it right onto the stick of Peacock, being pinned along the boards by Worth. Brown all the way to the far side. It's Peacock behind for Armstrong. He's had such a good weekend, but her shot gets kicked out right off of Moscato out towards the Beacons blue line. Peacock met just short of the blue line there, working against Kira Wright. The outlet pass knocked down, and it's back into the zone. Forced to play it there was Mary Worth. Gives it right over the Beacons defenseman, Ariel Galucci. Galucci weaves her way through a couple of her teammates. Beauregard a shot kicked away. No traffic in front of Helmbrecht, who has now made 39 saves through 61 minutes. Hard shot from Armstrong. Once again does not get through. Kinnon's able to knock it down. Beauregard coming back to help out Galucci. Embry gets tripped up. Not enough for a call according to the 2 referees. That one was very close to giving the Beacons the man advantage. Stretch pass ahead for Annie Mullen. Has help coming from the right. She's going to take it all the way in. Tapped away by the stick of Mayet. And now whipping on the shot is Tatum G-Till. Bianchini needs to wait for reinforcements. Cross-ice pass off the boards for Nolan. Nolan waiting, hoping for some reinforcements. UNE able to clear the zone. This will go for an icing that gets there. I don't think it's going to. And Colucci's going to have to play it with Moscato right on her back. Beautiful turn. 2:51 to go in OT. One of these teams looking for a vital goal and 2 points. Bouncing puck in the Beacons blue line picked up by McClellan. The Beacons seem to have a bit more legs at their disposal at this point. McClellan tries to get it through. Moritz fighting for it, and it bounces off of her and right into the breadbasket of Sydney Helmbrecht.
Some great action here to start this period. And again, 2:36 in this overtime. These draws are ever important, and Firm is going to put her senior captain out there, Maren Brown, to take this draw.
Brown out there with Harris and Peacock. It's won by UNE. Going back to get it is Sheehan. Sheehan will play it around for Worth. Worth doesn't have help on the far side. Tries to go towards the center. Harris knocked it down. Kinnon's fighting to get it out. Bouncing puck, and UNE still struggling. Finally able to get it on the second effort was Julianne Sheehan. Now with speed the other way, it's Kira Wright. Kira Wright shot well wide. Picking it up is McClellan. 2:15 to go in the extra session. McClellan behind Peacock, able to keep it alive, though, and into the zone as the Beacons will get some fresh defensemen out there. Kira Wright looks up, has help. Ahead there for Mullen. It stays in the zone. Harris trying to deke her way through two players, gets a soft shot up, and the rebound tipped away by Helmbrecht using the stick there with Harris bearing down on her. Puck sent out to the neutral zone, slowed down there by the stick of Krugnali. Bounces right back in. The Beacons have had possession, but have not been able to get a ton of great looks here in overtime. Nolan fighting for it, finds Beauregard, hard shot, score! UMass Boston, a huge 1-0 win in overtime, their first ever over UNE, and what a difference that one look makes. Well, a lot of the guys yesterday at practice were saying the Green Monster is going to be painted Beacon blue after this one. Think they got their wish. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll have the final stats, our 3 stars. Look at the highlights. We'll get you that record-tying goal by Tyler Bishop. Even if they gave it to another player, he still got the point, his 81st of his career, and then we'll wrap it up here from Fenway Park. It seems special anytime you can say Fenway Park that you're actually here in broadcasting. So it's been a pleasure thus far. Stick with us for a few more minutes. We'll wrap it up, and we hope you enjoy this one as much as we have thus far.